Welcome to our video on calculating the binomial probability distribution. So here in this Excel video, I'm going to show you guys how you could set up your probability distribution using the binomial formula. So you can answer all the probability questions that uses the binomial formula, which is the end of module 3. In a given binomial probability distribution, you must be given the sample size, which in this case, I've picked it to be n is equal to 10. So that's our sample size. You have to have been given the probability of whatever the question is in the exercise. So if you're talking about left-handed people, then P would be the probability that someone's left-handed. If you're talking about CDs being defective, P will be the probability of defect. So whatever the theme of the question is, that will be the P. That will be the probability that's given to you in the exercise, and it will always be given. And Q is 1 minus P, so we know that. So my Q here will be 1 minus 0.2, which will be 0.8. And here I have the formula, the binomial formula for you. And here I've labeled everything. P is the probability of the random variable, or basically the probability in question in the exercise. Q is the complement, and N is the sample size. So given this information, let's try to construct the probability distribution using the binomial formula. All right, so n is 10. So the values, let's say this is an experiment about left-handed people. There are 10 people in the class. The probability that a student is left-handed is 20%. So P is 0.2. So Q is 0.8. So to construct the probability distribution for this, we write all the possible number of left-handed students in the class of size 10, which obviously starts from 0 because you can have none of them left-handed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you can have none of them left-handed or all 10 of them left-handed. Now let's write the binomial formula. So I'm just going to write this formula here in an Excel command format. So I'll say equal to, the binomial formula starts with a combination. So I'll type combin for combination. It's combination n choose k. N is 10. K in this exercise is 0. So I'm going to specifically do it with that particular value. I'm not going to use the cell location because I want you to actually see how the computation works out. Then it says, if you look at a formula, once you have the combination, then it says times P to the K times Q to the N minus K. So you put times P, but what is P? P is 0.2 to the power of K. K is 0 here. Times Q, which is 0.8 to the power of N minus K. I'll just put it in parentheses. N is 10, and I just want minus 0, which will be 10, but I just want to write it out so you can see how that plays out. And then you press enter, and there's your probability. Now you do the same thing for 1. In order for you not to type everything again, you can just select the whole thing, paste it, double click into it, and change 0 to 1 here. Nothing. The 10 doesn't change because the sample size, no matter which one you're calculating for, is still 10. Probability that a student is left-handed is not going to change as you're going through these computations. And 1 minus that, which is 0.8, that's not going to change. So the only thing that's going to change here is the K value. So here, I'm going to convert 0 to 1. I'm going to convert that 0 to 1 too. And I'm going to convert this to 10 minus 0 to 10 minus 1. And that will be the second probability. And I can continue doing that by double clicking and changing my 0 to the current value, which in this case is 2. You change that 0 to 2 as well. You change that 0 to 2 as well. And there's your answer for that one. Again, paste it. And I'm going to keep doing this all the way to the end. Here, instead of 0, you put 3 because that's where you are. You're running across 3, so you're calculating for that. Change that second 0 to 3. And change the third 0 to 3 as well. And there's the third probability. I can continue doing this to calculate all the probabilities. Let me do it one more time just for sake of doing it. For 4, I'm going to change 0 to 4. I'm going to change this 0 to 4. And I'm going to change this 0 to 4. And there's the probability for that. Now, you all at this point are saying, is there any way we could do this easier and faster? Could I just do 1 and drag it down? Well, you could, but you can't do it by typing 0, so you obviously have to use a cell location, so you can't put 0, you have to put G2. So for 0, we put G2. And for 10 minus 0, you put 10 minus G2. And then you just drag it down. So press enter, and now you double click in the corner, and there's your probability distribution. Oh my God. And in order for you to see if you're doing this right, you add them all up, and it adds up to 1. So you say, thank God, I have the probability distribution. I did it correctly. And if you guys want to see the outcomes, all of them all together, let me scroll to the right so you can see the whole thing. So this is what it looks like when you actually drag it all down. Excellent. So there's my binomial probability distribution, and that's how you calculate it. So now, once you have this probability table, now you can answer all possible questions. Say, and I'm going to give you an example. Let's say someone says, given the class of size 10, where I'm interested in the number of left-handed students, what would be the probability that you'll have less than 2 left-handed students? So you're trying to find a probability that x is less than 2. Well, that's quite simple. Now that you have the probability distribution right here in front of you, the probability that x is less than 2 will basically be the sum of the two probabilities that are less than 2. So basically there are two probabilities that are less than 2. That's one of them. Plus, and then that's the other one. So those two are the probabilities that are less than 2. So if I'm asking you to construct a probability or find a probability that you have less than 2 left-handed people, then you have to just add the probabilities for 0 and 1. Because less than 2 left-handed people means you either have 1 or none of them. And that's how you can calculate, so the probability would be 0.3758093, whatever, and you can round it off to whatever specific place I tell you so on the exam. This will conclude my video on calculating binomial probability distributions. See you guys next time.